welcome back to another video on the Football Zone and to a weekend previewing the Premier League games coming up this weekend. And yeah, an interesting selection of games, including Brighton against Manchester United. Brighton, of course, had that really impressive start last week. A huge win for them, so they'll be coming into this one with a bit of confidence. Manchester United are also getting a win as well, so yeah, it could be an interesting game here between two sides who I think probably at this moment in time are probably relatively evenly matched. So I'm going to say it'll be a 1-1 draw here. Moving on then to Tottenham against Everton, and yeah, this is another interesting game. Tottenham coming into this one, yeah, of course, disappointing draw against Leicester last time out. Everton, of course, were thrashed by Brighton, as I've just mentioned. And yeah, I think it's a good opportunity for both these teams to get their seasons up and running. I think Tottenham, being the home side here, will definitely be optimistic and yeah, expecting a win from this one. So I'm going to say it will be 2-0 to Spurs. Moving on then to Southampton against Nottingham Forest. And yeah, this kind of feels like a big game towards teams who could well be down the bottom this season, struggling. Yeah, Forest, once again, they've invested quite a lot of money. I think they will be optimistic of taking a result here. And for Southampton, it's a game where if they want to be in the battle to stay up, that you kind of have to be taking points off of these sorts of teams, especially being at home as well. So yeah, it's an intriguing game. I'm going to say it will be a draw. I think the two teams will cancel each other out 1-1. Moving on then to Man City against Ipswich at the Etihad. And yeah, Man City coming into this one at home, I think yeah, we'll be expecting a win here. It could be one of those for you lot looking to triple captain Haaland, really. Ipswich were impressive against Liverpool for the first 60 minutes, then kind of maybe faded away a bit. But I think, yeah, even going to the Etihad from that, it's a different kettle of fish. City looking good already with that win last week. And yeah, I can't see any other result really here than a comfortable City win. Moving on into Fulham against Leicester at Craven Cottage. And yeah, this is an intriguing game. Fulham coming off the wrong end of that result against Tottenham, against Manchester United last time. Leicester getting a draw against Tottenham. So yeah, it's going to be an interesting one that you feel could go either way, really. It could be quite a close game, you feel like. So yeah, I'm going to say maybe at home Fulham will just have the advantage. I'm going to say that they're just going to nick it. Moving on then to Palace as they take on West Ham at Selhurst Park. And yeah, Palace coming into this one obviously had that disappointing result last time out away to Brentford. And yeah, coming into this one, West Ham had that loss against Villa. So yeah, I think both teams relatively evenly matched teams, I would say. Maybe West Ham slightly ahead, Palace with home advantage. So yeah, could be a close game. And I'm going to say the two teams will be too evenly matched, and I'm going to say it will be a draw. Moving on into Villa as they take on Arsenal at Villa Park. And game for Arsenal, because you know it was Villa who kind of cost them the title in many ways last year. You know, with those victories at Villa Park and the Emirates. So yeah, I think it'd be a big if they manage this early in the season against them. So yeah, I'm going to say Arsenal will nick it. I'm going to say 2-1. Moving on to Wolves against Chelsea at Molineux. And yeah, this is another interesting game. Wolves coming into this one. Yeah, obviously off the back of that. Yeah, I would say disappointing result against Arsenal last time out. Chelsea losing to Man City, so you know it's fair to say both had tough games. Chelsea obviously getting that win against some team I've heard of on Thursday in the Conference League. But I think yeah, it could be quite an evening match game. Wolves will fancy their chance, I think, as will Chelsea. So I'm going to say 1-1. Moving on then to Bournemouth against Newcastle at the Vitality. And yeah, this is an intriguing game. Bournemouth, I thought, yeah, looked good in that win against Palace. Newcastle maybe struggled against the Southampton side, but of course that was partly down to them having down 10 men, or largely down to them having 10 men, I should think. So yeah, it's an interesting game, one that you feel really could go either way. So I'm going to say it will be a 2-1 victory for Newcastle. I think they just still do have that little bit more quality. But moving on into Liverpool against Brentford. And yeah, Liverpool started off the Arne Slot era really well last time out, and I think yeah, they'll have a good chance of doing the same again this week, to be honest. I think yeah, Brentford will probably be a slightly tougher test in terms of personnel, but of course they had the crowd on them last time out, etc, etc. It's its first game back at Anfield for Slot the first time. Yeah, it'll be an interesting atmosphere, I'm sure, a really good one, and I think Liverpool will get the win here. I'm going to say it'll be 3-1 to the pool. So anyway guys, that's it for this video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, follow us on our socials, link in the description below for daily football news, meme and content. Subscribe to our other channels on screen right now, that'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace out.